Today I'm interviewing Jay Patel, who is the manager at J. Dave Inc. Jay is a recent graduate of KSU. Jay, congratulations and thank you for meeting with me today. Can you start off by telling me about J. Dave Incorporated and the work you do for the company?
Yes, thank you for having me today, Kelly. I currently manage J. Dave Incorporated. J. Dave Incorporated is 3 hotels underneath the company. One's in the Hilton brand, one's in the Choice brand, and one's the Independent brand. I currently manage the Independent brand. Budget Inn is an economical hotel that markets to tourists, construction workers, and weekly rentals. And we also do little local daily stays. Our goal at the Budget Inn is to provide low-cost rooms with excellent customer service.
So, how long have you worked with in the current position that you're in now?
Well, in the current position, I've been working here for about 3 years. However, I grew up in the business. My parents bought this business when I was just 7 years old. And as a child, I used to clean rooms in the summer and did little things to help out my parents and other associates at the hotel. When I got to high school, I was already managing the front desk. And then throughout college, I started taking care of full responsibilities of the hotels. Now I oversee operations, marketing, hiring, renovation projects, and so on. I have been in this position for about 3 years now.
So, did you take any training classes to get prepared for your position?
At the Budget Inn, you really don't have any training classes where other franchise hotels require training classes. The only training classes that I have taken my 15 years at the Budget Inn has been with the fire department. We were required to take a fire safety course training class. Because we don't serve food or alcohol or have any other types of entertainment, we are not required to have any training classes.
So, could you tell me what a day is like for you? How many hours a week do you work per day or per week?
All right, on a typical day, I come into the hotel around 11 a.m. and I check in with my front desk clerk. They will update me with any concerns, issues, and sales reports from the following night. I then check on how many guests we are expecting that night and make sure all of our rooms are ready for sale. I will then check in with my housekeepers and maintenance crew and give them updates on what needs to be done for the day outside the ordinary task. This usually takes about an hour or two. I will then head to my office to check my email and mail. At this point, I will run out for errands if I have to. Usually, I take a lunch after this. And from lunch, I'll walk around the lobby, run the laundry room, and outside the property, and make sure that everything's under control, and make sure all our quality is under control. During this time, I will also engage with my customers. This way, the customers can give me feedbacks, and I can build a relationship with my customers. By now, it's about 3 or 4 p.m. I usually end up giving the front desk clerk a break at this time. On other days, I have to work the front desk. Out of 8 hours of the day I work, I may only have to work for 2 hours with the guests. That leaves me 6 hours to do marketing for the hotel, check my bills, order supply, and do even a little laundry if we're really busy. I always try to complete more than 3 or 4 tasks while I'm working the front desk. On an average week, I'll work anywhere from 55 hours to 60 hours a week because I'll get called in if an associate doesn't show up. Each week is different because it depends how busy we are and how many associates I have.
Okay, so Jay, could you tell me what personal qualities or abilities are important for doing well in this type of work?
Yes. First, you have to be real professional at a hotel business because it is a hospitality business. Second, you have to show great leadership and lead on team working with your associates. And third, you have to have effective communication. No task will be able to be completed without teamwork at the hotel. That means the front desk, the housekeeping, the maintenance crew, everybody from the orders, supplying crew must communicate so we can, at the end of the day, have a fulfilled room for our guests. Second, you have to show professionalism. A lot of times at the Budget Inn, you'll get a lot of people that will come in that are really rude and get under your skin. So you want to show professionalism because at the end of the day, these guests will keep coming back regardless, because it is an economical hotel and they need you more than you need them. So it's always great to be professional with them because 73% of our sales comes from repeated customers, and an average client may bring in more than $52,000 a year. So keep them happy.
So speaking of your employees, can you tell me how many breaks are required for each employee per day?
My front desk clerks usually work 8 hours a day. That means they're required to get two 15-minute breaks. They can bundle those two 15-minute breaks and get a 30-minute break. However, like I mentioned, usually a front desk associate is really only working 2 hours of the 8 hours of their shift. The other 6 hours, they're really not having to do anything except waiting for customers or come in contact when the customers arrive at the hotel. My housekeepers are free to take as many breaks as they need. They don't work by the hour, and at the end of the day, they must clean all the rooms. So they're free to take as many breaks as they need. Any other hourly associates are given two 15-minute breaks on the 8-hour shift. If they don't work 8-hour shifts and they work less than 4, they're given no breaks.
Okay, so now back to your job. For you, what part of the job is most satisfying?
The most satisfying thing to me is that I can help others. People come to the Budget Inn because they A, don't have nowhere to go, or B, they have very little money for a room night. And a lot of my guests are family members that have either been kicked out of their home, don't have a place to go, or been kicked out of a shelter, anything around that line. So the fact that I can help these people is real satisfying to me. It's not always about the money that you make. I will not go broke by giving away a few free rides every night, but they really do need me more than I need them. So that's the most satisfying part of the job. Everything else at the hotel business is real rough, long hours, and it gets overwhelming real quickly. It's hard work. But the fact that you can help others is the best part of the work.
So that was my second question, or my question. My next question is, what part of the job is most challenging?
The most challenging part for me at this hotel is staffing. I've tried to only hire part-time workers, but they turn out to be more expensive for me, and they don't end up working for too long. While you think that full-time associates would fix that problem, however, it doesn't. I have to tightly manage my budgets and how many associates I can keep on the books. So when someone calls out the last minute, I don't have too many associates that can fill in. So I have to go fill in, or my parents. If you give any other associates the hours, then they go over 40 hours a week, and we have to pay for overtime. So staffing is the most challenging part of the hotel.
Okay, so do you plan to stay? What is the most difficult situation you encountered at work?
Oh, by far it's been the snowstorm this year. I went into work and I figured we weren't gonna sell any rooms. It was a snowy day. So I let all my associates go home because they have kids and families that they need to be with, while I could just run the hotel by myself. Well, that was the biggest mistake I made. By 4 p.m. we were slam packed. I was the only one at the hotel, and I had reservations coming in. I had people walking in. I had people calling. People needing services at the doors, and it was the hardest situation. However, I did overcome it slowly by slowly. I had to turn off my reservation system. I can only take reservations over the phone or if they were walking in. But I learned a lot. Once again, I got to do the best thing that I love doing, but my job is helping out others. So I was able to do that, and able to sell out the whole hotel by myself is a huge accomplishment for myself. Usually on a day that we're expecting full house, we need more than 10 associates at the hotel. I was able to accomplish it with one person. Tough work, but the job got completed.
Oh my goodness, the snowstorm. That was really rough for a lot of people, but sounded like it was really rough for you too. So after that, do you plan to stay in the hospitality, travel, or tourism industry, and why or why not?
I do, but I do plan on taking a break. I grew up in this business ever since the age of 7. It's been about almost now 12 years, 12, 13 years now that I've been in the industry. I like it. I love it. I know so much about it, and I can predict the future on where our family needs to go with our business. So I will come back to the hospitality business because there is a lot of money to be made in there. However, location is key during times like right now with the recession. Tourist towns will still make money. But for right now, I plan on taking a break for 1 year and going doing some corporate level experience at a Fortune 25 company in order to get into a good JD MBA school. And then I'll come back and help grow my dad's business even more from 3 hotels to maybe 5 or 6.
So that leads to my next question. What is your dream job?
Well, if you ask me what my dream job in the hospitality industry would be, is to own my own 5-star hotel. Most 5-star hotels are ran through a franchise or aren't independently owned. I want to independently own my business. I want to have full service. I want to have a restaurant, a bar, hotel, entertainment center, things for kids, something, state of the art that you haven't seen before. Most hotels now are equipped with clubs, like in Las Vegas, are equipped with clubs, bars, entertainment, ballrooms. I want to go beyond that. I want to have stuff more for kids. I feel like hotels today don't have enough things for kids and the elderly, and we all know that people will spend money on kids and elderly. So plan on having another hotel out on the beach that can stay busy 24/7, 365. Don't have to worry about what part of the season it is. You're always busy, and that's the only way you can actually fund a hotel like this. There are very few out there like that are independently owned. The hardest part is raising up the capital, but the grinding that we are doing now with the 3 hotels, it's possible to do a hotel on the beach with what I'm thinking of.
That sounds super interesting and sounds like a great place to stay. So circling back around to your current company, how would a person become a manager?
Well, in order to become a manager, you don't have to really start at the bottom, which in our case we consider becoming a housekeeper starting at the bottom for our company. Front desk clerks usually have a better chance of becoming a manager than someone that's cleaning rooms or doing maintenance work. Because, like I mentioned before, when you work the front desk 6 hours of the day, you're absolutely doing nothing. We give all our associates during that time to do work. If they're in school, they can do homework. They need to do other things that's not going to take too much focus out of what they're supposed to be doing. We let them do that. So if they want to become a manager, they have to take full responsibility of knowing how to market, customer service, total operations, knowing how to order, supply. And then usually we are looking to promote our front desk managers to managers as I move on along with our family business, and my dad and mom are getting older and they're taking on less responsibility. So if you become a front desk manager, I would say it would take you about 4 to 5 years to become a manager in our company. Once you become a manager, you plateaued out, unless you are willing to buy the business.
So, well, that would be my next question, but you pretty much answered that. It was how would an employee change jobs or get promoted within the company? But basically, they would need to start at the front desk probably, and then maybe get some sort of degree, and then they could possibly get promoted to a manager.
They could, Kelly. Another way we do is the Indian community, if you may have noticed, owns a lot of hotel businesses in the Atlanta area. Not only Atlanta, but in all the United States. They say that 58% of the hotels are just owned by Patels, and they say almost 80% are owned by Indians. So we have a huge network of hotel owners that we can possibly send our associates to other hotels if they're looking for a promotion or if they want to move location. So it's not that hard to change jobs. we can pretty much move them anywhere we want to as long as there's the opening. Usually, I can just pass along your resume to other hotel owners. If you work in a franchise hotel like Hilton, Choice, it's much easier to get a job with them because it's pretty standard across how the work will be done at one hotel to another hotel.
So basically, you have a huge network of people.
I do. Every Sunday, my dad and my mom go to church, and all they talk about is hotel business there, outside of religion. So yeah, we communicate a lot with other hotel owners, and a huge networking opportunity also for them.
That's great. So, so my final question is, what did your company do to stand out from the competition?
Well, our competitors around us are other economical hotels like Knights Inn, Six Flags Inn, Super 8, Motel 6, little in the Economy Inn. What I've noticed that these hotels aren't doing is marketing. We market heavily on the internet, billboards, Yellow Pages. We still market in Yellow Pages. We first find out who our target markets are, and our biggest target market is locals. So we do a lot more promotion in the local area, and I haven't seen that from our competition. And what else I do is I go out and I ride around at construction sites, because construction companies are always looking for rooms, long-term stay. Go out there and network with these guys and bring in more business for the budget in, which not only keeps me happy, but it keeps my associates happy. It leaves more hours for my employees. So that's what I do. I market more than my competition at the end of the day.
Jay, thank you so much again for meeting with me, and good luck with opening your new 5-star hotel.
Thank you, Kelly.